defender of the world #1 on a European stage, wherever it may be. 8 times he has failed. Can he bring that sequence to an end today? One man who could maybe have a crack at answering that and loads more besides. Alongside me, Rob Malarkey. Good afternoon, Dan Dawson.
Good afternoon. Well, I can't have a crack at it, but it would be guesswork. But I would say if Mervyn King plays like he did yesterday when he dismantled Jermaine Wattimena, then he has got a chance. Because MVG, while he is the tournament favourite and the world #1, and by far the most successful player in Euro Tour history, he has looked vulnerable. More vulnerable than he has in years over recent weeks and months. This is the same half of the draw as the world champion Peter Wright. We also have Nathan Aspinall, who's been one of the best performers this year. This is a very difficult half of the draw to come through, but out of the 16 players here, 57. One of them will win 4 games on the spin today and take the German Darts Championship title. Perfect first start from Merv. One over the top of that, but he's a little concerned about catching the flights and busting his score, so he's going to go way over there.
140.
Plenty of daylight there between the second and third dart.
140. I mean, you require 40. Michael will require 136.
Chance of a break, but it quickly evaporates, and Merv will come back looking at double 10 to hold his throw.
87. Mervyn, you require 20.
3 missed darts at tops for Mervyn King.
Game shot.
No missed darts at double 10 for Mervyn King, who takes the opening leg. Michael van Gerwen beating Steve Lennon 6-2 yesterday with an average of just under a ton.
58.
Winning 4 legs without reply at the end of that one. It was 2 apiece. Lennon did well to hang in there for the first 4, but then Michael van Gerwen, once he got that first break, just seemed to find enough to move away from the Irishman.
60.
And all of that means that Michael van Gerwen is a shorter price today than he was at the start of play yesterday. 12-5 or so, pretty much across the board. Michael van Gerwen, the favourite to win this. Peter Wright, the second favourite, the world champion at 3-1. Glenn Durrant as well, third favourite in the betting at around about 15-2.
Yeah, winner of this plays Mensur Suljovic or James Wade. And look, it's been a while since we've been on the Euro Tour, but as always, we go as draw bracket order. So the winner of this game against the winner of the next one, which is Mensur versus the Machine. And Mervyn King, with a first maximum, gets himself to a finish on the MVG throw.
60. Mervyn, you require 121.
It's early days, but this is tame from Michael van Gerwen.
89.
Yeah, didn't need to be aggressive, just sets that one up to leave the double 16. Michael van Gerwen looking to get down from 2-3-0 to something close, although that will do him no favours whatsoever.
Mervyn, you require 32.
So,
favourite double on the board. Just next door.
Game shot, second leg.
And he pins it for another 15-darter. Mervyn King.
Mervyn to throw first.
He's not averaging 100. And yet, Michael van Gerwen is 2-0 down and hasn't even had a dart at double. Look at that. The overall average is shocking for MVG. And to see a first 9 average... Look, we're 2 legs in. I know, this can all change.
But
it is only a best-of-11 game. And Michael van Gerwen is in danger of finding himself in all sorts of bother.
136.
There was a period on the European Tour where Michael van Gerwen picked up a big chunk of the 32 Euro Tour titles. And it was not a question of whether Michael van Gerwen would average 100, it was how much over 100 Michael van Gerwen was going to average, because often that was quite a big number.
140.
And even in the first 2.5 legs of games, just seeing the numbers 75 next to Michael van Gerwen you just couldn't even contemplate it. But these are different times.
1
And Mervyn King is all over him like a cheap suit.
Very encouraging signs for Mervyn King.
42.
8 defeats out of 8 against MVG on the European Tour, but this to open up a 3-0 lead with Van Gerwen on 183. Back to his favourite part of the board once again, and this time it's no mistake on double 16. And Mervyn King, you have to say, finishing pretty much as he was against Germain Watimena yesterday. 6 out of 9 against the Dutchman, the number 16 seed yesterday. 103 the average as well. He had that 170 checkout as well, which kept his average high. And it was one of the moments, one of the many great moments that we saw on this stage yesterday.
Well, Mervyn
And
King,
they were a hatful.
yeah, the finishing all weekend from the entire field has been really, really good. But Mervyn King was hitting incredible checkouts, and he was under pressure. Michael Van Gerwen is putting 0 pressure on Mervyn King. He is 3-0 down. He has just scored 60. Well, how many points has he got there? 87 points in 2 visits.
58.
First 2 darts there, scored 4. This is concerning for MVG's fans.
It has been concerning for some time. Yes, Michael Van Gerwen, he's incredible. One of the greatest players of all time. But he is suffering a crisis.
140.
Mervyn King in pole position again on the MVG
133.
throw. Just a suggestion maybe of encroachment by MVG in that last Mervyn King visit. We'll just keep an eye on that as well. You see the left foot is on the tape.
Mervyn does not care. I don't think Mervyn knows.
140.
Mervyn is quite happy with how this game is progressing.
96. Mervyn requires 63.
For a second break of throw for Mervyn King and a 4-0 lead in a 1-6 encounter.
Game shot.
This is turning into an obliteration of the world number 1. He is 4-0 down and has not even had a dart at double. Part of it is Mervyn King's brilliance. He is averaging almost 108. But MVG is in danger of getting dumped out of the tournament without
43.
even a whimper.
Well, we have seen one brilliant fight back this weekend. I made reference to it in the intro. MVG may well have to produce something similar. But on the evidence of what we've seen so far, you can't really see it coming at this stage. Because Mervyn King is relentless.
140. 100.
2 treble visits, pretty much the order of the day in the main for Mervyn King so far.
$95.
Barely any emotion on the face of Michael Van Gerwen after that 180.
Come on, Green Machine. I mean, you've heard that plenty of times all over the world, but rarely in such a plaintive tone, desperate for him to do something. Anything. Oh, very nearly 318 points in 2 visits, and yet Mervyn King is potentially 2 darts away from a 5-0 lead.
Treble 17. That leaves the bullseye. Well, he hit it yesterday, didn't he, in style, but
Michael,
he was off target on that occasion. MVG then for a first leg on the scoreboard.
Game shot.
Wow.
My word, he needed that.
Michael to throw first.
That was not easy.
Yeah, feared the worst there for MVG because just the way those first 2 darts were positioned, it was awkward for that 3rd dart, but he somehow produced the goods.
140.
Now, will that be the catalyst for MVG to kick on and stage another great fight back on this stage? You wouldn't put it past him.
Well, Michael van Gerwen might start catapulting himself up to normal performance levels, but if Mervyn King maintains what he's been doing in this game, Mervyn King is going to get chances to win this match.
105.
Fantastic leg from MVG. 76 left after 9.
Yeah, this is more like it, but the question is, has the damage already been done?
Michael, you require 76. $36. Mervyn, you
I
require
think he would have liked to have put that one
161.
away just to give himself a little bit more impetus and just to send out another statement to Mervyn King. Treble 17 would have left the bullseye.
78. Michael, you require 40.
Well, King has left that 83 again, and he may well get the chance because Michael van Gerwen has missed 3 darts at tops, and there's just another measure
Mervyn, you require
of how
83.
things aren't so rosy in his garden anymore.
17-16, the miss at bull was the last attempt. He gets 2 at the outer ring. And it's 5-1 to Mervyn King. Michael van Gerwen has been on the ropes all the way through this game, and just when it looked like he might be bouncing back and coming out swinging, he misses 3 at double and Mervyn King pounces.
Just to put something into context as well, when Peterson came back from 4-0 and 5-1 down yesterday against Gerwin Price, that was the first time in something like 780 European Tour matches that one player had overturned those sizable deficits in the same match. And Michael van Gerwen is going to have to do it again today on this stage against Mervyn King to salvage this mission.
123.
Over the last few years, you've always thought, whatever the score, Michael van Gerwen has got a chance.
58.
You don't necessarily feel like that anymore. You didn't feel like it when Devon Peterson was 5-0 up on him and then turned it into a 6-0 win at the Autumn Series recently. And you don't feel like it when Mervyn King is averaging 104 and 5-1 up in a race to 6. I may be wrong. Michael van Gerwen is one of the most gifted players that's ever played this game.
128.
But Mervyn King has got him. Surely he's got him.
Down to a finish first on his throw, which is the very least he would expect given the way he's playing. MVG needs another one of those.
95.
What has he done there?
Mervyn, you require
95 to leave 163.
163.
Michael van Gerwen is absolutely bamboozled. He never makes counting errors, and he's just made an idiotic one there that gives Mervyn King 2 visits.
Well, when he was looking at the 19s, that's why I thought he needed, well, he obviously did need another treble just to get himself down, to avoid the bogey number and to get down to a finish.
Mervyn hasn't made things easy for himself there.
49 away.
131.
He has been bamboozled by the former World Master Mervyn King. And double top. We'll see an end to MVG's winning streak against Merv. A 6-1 demolition